faninanana hoe amin'ny zavatra tianay mihitsy tsy ady amin'ny sehatra iraisam-pirenena.
Amin'ny alalan'ny robotics, amin'ny alalan'ny force globale dia mivelatra ny sainy ankizy mba ahafahany créatif kokoa hiady amin'ny problème izay mety iseho ariana.
Fotoana iray fanakalozana traikefa amin'ny ankizy manerana izao tontolo izao andraisako anjara asa fandrosoana Madagascar ary ampahafantarako amin'ny firenena rehetra ny zavitavaka amin'izay.
Clearly a lot of fans in the stands ready to roll for Team Madagascar. Well done by them for getting the crowd energized a little bit as we get up and rolling in this game in the middle of this second round. Automatic 5 points off the bat for both for what looks like an early and false start out of the gate.
And one characteristic that Madagascar really likes to sort of highlight in their video is creativity. And creativity is something that's actually very important to robotics that you don't really think of at first. If you think about it, every single team here had the same challenge to complete. But if you look, every single robot does that differently. And that kind of requires a creative thinking as to how you're going to get this challenge done the best that you can.
So it looks like that Hydro Alliance is starting to build up a little bit of that lead with 2 minutes left in this middle round again of the middle game of this second round. You're seeing a couple of the countries from Hydro moving towards the corners to put some of those water reserve balls into their water reserve. Sorry, each one of them registering for 1 point. Again, for those of you who are joining us a little bit late, each of the blue balls represents a pure form of water. It is 1 point for each of those blue balls that they get into their water reserve, and the orange represents contaminated water. Each one of those is worth 4 points, but instead of putting them into the reserve, they have to put them into the bridge. As you see one of the teams from Aqua doing that right now. It looks like Madagascar putting it up there.
And each of those is worth 4 points, so they're usually worth more points, but they're also harder to get because there's less of them, and also harder to drop off because you have to climb up that bridge that we've seen a couple teams have issues with in terms of it being slippery. Right there, you can see what looks like the Philippines.
I believe the Philippines on the other side on Hydro trying to drop off some of those points, increasing that lead to a 32-pointer right now.
Yes, and as we sort of zoom out a little bit, we can see some of the other robots with their trying to push the clean water into the corners where the goals are before the time runs out. But they've all done a very good job of collecting the water, but now the challenge is actually getting them in. You can see that you can see over on the top right corner, they're dropping a ton of blue balls right into there.
So Katie, earlier on, we had seen in that bird's eye view people pointing across the field, obviously pointing either at their robot or different robots. What kind of communication is happening down there on each team?
What you'll see, especially sort of in the heat of the moment, is a lot of hand signals. It's an easy way to get past the language barrier, and also sort of a great way to communicate very quickly and sort of efficiently. And as we hit these last 10 seconds, we can see our final team on Team Hydro attempting to get their robot in the air. They already have 2. Aqua looks like they have 2 successfully on the bridge. And Hydro has gotten 3 robots in the air successfully. We'll get the final score up here in a moment. And congratulations to Team Hydro getting the first 122 points in this round. I believe that is the highest score we have seen today so far.
I believe it's the highest that we've seen all day, and potentially not in this competition with how it's gotten a little bit more